like a bad matchup.
Bro,
It's not.
beautiful.
This is one of his better matchups.
This is you're fine against this. Like 3 stocks down. Oh my god! Just
Frame Data is brought to you by Patreon. Head there now to gain access to bonus videos, uncut interviews, scripts, thumbnails, and more. You can even be featured in the credits at the end of my videos, so check the link in the description and consider supporting. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Turndownforwalt here. In this episode of Frame Data, we'll be taking a look at the grand final set between Zain and n0ne during Week 2 of the Slippi Champions League. While n0ne made a spectacular run to make it to grand finals with wins over Plup and Mango, this set was all about Zain. We'll be breaking down Zain's last 2 stocks in the set, the final of which showed off a solid string of moves followed by some very slippery movement that was nothing short of jaw-dropping. As we break down this play, we're going to point out some of the movement options Zain uses to mix his opponent up and keep his punishes fresh. Let's check it out. At 6:59, Zain takes n0ne's second stock to go up 3 stocks to 2. Zain holds an off-center position slightly underneath the right platform as n0ne respawns and begins dash dancing towards center stage. n0ne falls through the top platform and then attempts to catch Zain jumping to the right platform with a full hop nade. It misses, and Zain is able to quickly double jump out of range of n0ne's fall-off up air attempt. While it appears Zain will double jump to the left or top platform, he actually drifts back towards center stage, which allows him to catch n0ne out of his dash dance with a tipper fair. This likely caught n0ne off guard, since Falcon should be able to CC this hit up to 78%, where he can then Omsatech it to a whopping 156%. The fair hit sends n0ne airborne for a few frames, and Zain goes for a short hop nair drifted backwards. He dashes underneath the startup of n0ne's neutral air and is rewarded with a grab on n0ne's whiff. Zain pummels once and inputs a forward throw, which puts n0ne at 19%. Though the general rule of thumb for grabs and pummels is to add 1 pummel for every 50% on the opponent, Marth's pummel is fast enough to hit that it should be impossible for a human to mash out before it connects. A grab character would be unable to break out after a pummel because the capture damage animation is longer than the time between the pummel hitbox and the end of the pummel. This hit would ultimately keep the victim in the capture damage state, which traps the victim in a grab even if they have mashed enough to break out. Once hit by a Marth pummel, the victim will be trapped in the grab for 3 frames after the pummel animation ends. So if Zain successfully completes the pummel and inputs throw on one of the next 3 frames within the grab wait animation, n0ne can theoretically never mash out. For a deeper dive into pummel frame windows, check out this table from Magus. n0ne techs the throw in place, which Zain follows with another grab into a pummel and throw attempt, but n0ne is able to break out this time. The 2 dash towards their respective ledges after resetting neutral, and Zain begins the action with a nair towards center followed by a dashback grab to respond to n0ne's knee attempt. He successfully pummels into an up throw, which puts n0ne in a tech chase position on the left platform. Based on Zain's positioning, up tilt covers a tech in place, a tech to the right, and miss tech. n0ne tech rolls to the right, which Zain waits out, but the up tilt just misses. He tries to follow it up with a second up tilt that n0ne jumps away from, falling through the top platform to reset neutral yet again. n0ne runs into a non-tipped fair from Zain, which is linked into an up tilt. n0ne misses the tech on the right platform, which allows Zain to connect another fair. Zain then reads n0ne's jump out option and double jump up airs to intercept before n0ne's stomp comes out, and then he completely mixes him up with ambiguous move timings. Zain gets a sour spot fair followed by a sour spot dare, which sends n0ne upwards. This puts n0ne in hit stun for 41 frames, which is enough time for Zain to follow up with another short hop fair into a reverse dolphin slash to take the stock. This was an insane mix-up, coupled with great awareness from Zain to capitalize on move selection, even when the first dare might have not been exactly what he wanted. At 6:38, n0ne comes off the respawn platform down 3 stocks to 1. Zain light shields on the right platform, which is hit by n0ne's up air. Zain slides to the right and shield drops to land by the ledge, and n0ne is able to get an up throw. This is a weight-independent throw, meaning the number of frames the victim has before becoming actionable is the same across the entire cast. In the case of Falcon's up throw, this is 30 frames, just long enough for Zain to get knocked down on the right platform. Zain tech rolls to the left towards center stage, which is met with an up air attempt from n0ne that would cover tech in place, tech to the right, and miss tech. Zain puts up a light shield with his character on the edge of the platform, which is a very clear attempt for a slide off. Had Zain been facing in with his back away from the edge of the platform, he would enter misfoot, which is an edge slip animation that renders the victim helpless for a character-dependent number of frames. We see Zain entering the misfoot animation in his set versus Bobby Big Balls, which is covered in episode 8 of Frame Data. n0ne gives Zain the slide off he's looking for, and Zain falls off the platform with a forward air. n0ne responds to the option by crouch canceling the hit and hits Zain with a Gentleman for 13%. He then goes for a knee, which Zain dashes underneath to get a grab. He catches n0ne's roll with the spike hitbox of Marth's dare, which allows Zain to link a second grab, pummeling once and forward throwing yet again, this time towards the left edge. Zain looks for a similar mix-up to the first throw with the dare, but n0ne's tech roll puts him just out of range. The two dash towards center and attempt to use a quick aerial option to intercept the other, Zain with a forward air and n0ne with a neutral air. Both players actually input their jumps on the exact same frame, but because Marth's fair comes out on frame 4 and Falcon's nair comes out on frame 7, Zain wins the exchange. Zain links the short hop fair into an up air, then hits with the backside of up tilt, which inflicts 13%. This hit puts n0ne in hit stun for 53 frames, which is plenty of time for Zain to follow up with a short hop up air. n0ne gets out of tumble following this hit, so he's not put in knockdown on the left platform, but Zain continues the string with a tipper fair into another up air. Rather than hitting with an additional fair, Zain waits for n0ne to tech on the top platform and catches his tech in place with a down air, and he runs off the top platform to cover space on the right side of the stage. Like in the first stock, Zain reads n0ne's double jump towards center. n0ne attempts to stomp, expecting Zain to full drift in for the punish, and Zain wavelands backwards off the platform. He then jumps back towards n0ne, which prompts a shield, and Zain wavelands off the platform 2 more times while n0ne stays in shield. This movement threatens so much. Anti-hop grab, shield breaker, even something like a fall-through platform up air could be effective in shield poking, since n0ne's been blocking the entire time and his shield is angled forwards. n0ne tries to shield drop up air to get underneath Zain's platform movement, but Zain elects a falling off shield breaker, which catches the aggressive option. Marth's shield breaker has a number of set charge levels which affect the move's damage output on hit, as well as the bonus shield damage on block. These levels increase every 29 frames, with the fully charged neutral B inflicting 28% on hit and 79.6 shield damage. While it's unlikely that Zain's shield breaker attempt would even hit n0ne's shield in this situation, the uncharged move still inflicts 34.9% or 42.9% for a blade and tip hit respectively, which, given how long n0ne was already blocking, is a ton of shield damage that can't be ignored. Regardless, n0ne techs the shield breaker hit, but he's still sent off stage. Zain catches the ledge grab attempt with a dash into down tilt, forcing n0ne to use his up B. He then dashes back towards center, wave dashes facing the ledge, and PC drops into a reverse forward air to close out the tournament in style.
Nice catch up with down air too. For it again.
How is Zain making this look like a bad matchup for Falcon?
Bro,
it's
this
not.
Is beautiful.
This is one of his better matchups.
This is you're fine against this. Like 3 stocks down. Oh my god!
My god!
Just
What
my
the
god! That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
All
what
right,
he did.
bro. Zain came to fucking play. Zain wins the tournament. Zain wins the tournament. But did Zain just PC walk off? Reverse forward air edge guard?
In terms of execution, Zain played these 2 stocks near perfectly. He might have missed the back air after the PC drop reverse fair, but his ability to make the most out of every punish he's given is an insane player quality. Almost everything Zain does has an intention, but there's a level of ambiguity and nuance to each of his move choices that creates incredibly tricky situations. Zain would take Division 1 singles for SCL Week 2 with n0ne falling at 2nd place following a very commendable run. This win would increase Zain's lifetime set count to 8-0 over n0ne, and it was an important victory for Zain having fallen short to Mango in the previous week's SCL. Both of their performances were impressive to say the least, but Zain stole the show with his creative Marth combos and mind-bending movement, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who's excited to see more. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Frame Data, and a very special thank you to all the patrons supporting the channel like A.L.I.S.O.N, Brian Malumphy, and Connor. I wanted to give a quick shout out to the turndownforwalt community Discord. I frequent it to talk about upcoming videos there and ask people for suggestions on future content. It's available to anyone, but if you're on Patreon, you also gain access to a private channel with some bonus goodies like uncut interviews and rough cuts to my videos. We've been having some game nights with people in the server, playing things like Among Us and soon the new Jackbox Party Pack and of course Melee. It's a fun place, so cheers. Hope to see you there.